Namaste.
Namaste.
Hello and welcome. I am Deepika and you are tuned into a special conversation on one of India's most transformative infrastructure projects, the Ganga Expressway. A project of this scale is not just about building roads, it's about building economic momentum, unlocking regional potentials, and redefining connectivity across the heartland of India. Joining us today is Dr. Naresh Bana, a distinguished voice in infrastructure development, here to unpack the vision, execution, and impact of this mega corridor. Welcome, Dr. Bana.
Thank you, Deepika.
So, what was the need of the Ganga Expressway? And does its alignment draw any inspiration from ancient routes like Uttar Path?
That's interesting, Deepika ji. See, the need for Ganga Expressway arose from Uttar Pradesh's sheer geographical scale and economic diversity. While Western UP is comparatively more developed, existing corridors like the Yamuna Expressway, the Agra Lucknow Expressway have helped, but a longitudinal backbone was required. The Ganga Expressway fills that gap by connecting production centers, religious hubs, and agriculture belts across the state. In terms of alignment, the expressway runs broadly parallel to River Ganga Ji, starting from Meerut in western UP and extending to Prayagraj in the east. Now, there is an interesting analogy. Uttar Pradesh has been home to the most ancient recorded highway called Uttar Path, which was connecting those days Gandharv Desh to Bengal. And this Uttar Path passed through Uttar Pradesh, most of it, and it was a trans-regional corridor facilitating trade, culture, and movement of people. While the Ganga Expressway is not exactly on the same alignment, but it conceptually mirrors that same east-west connectivity logic. It links economic zones across northern India. So, in essence, this expressway is a modern reinterpretation of an age-old idea that prosperity follows connectivity. It's not just a road, it's a development backbone that integrates history, geography, and economic strategy into one infrastructure corridor.
Well, sir, connecting the past to the future, infrastructure often follows the wisdom of history. Getting on to our second question, sir, what are some standout features of this project?
Yeah, that's important to know. See, the Ganga Expressway is among India's most ambitious greenfield expressways, stretching to 593.947 kilometers, which is almost 594 kilometers. It starts from village Bijoli near Meerut and will terminate at Judapur Tandu village in Prayagraj on the Prayagraj bypass. It is designed initially as a 6 lane, but it can be extended to 8 lanes. It's an access controlled expressway. Deepika ji, the Ganga Expressway is not just a road, it's an engineering ecosystem. It includes about 14 major bridges, and that includes the largest of those over River Ganga Ji near Garmukteshwar in Hapur district. Then there are 126 minor bridges, 7 road over bridges, nearly 50 vehicle underpasses, and over 380 underpass-type structures, along with 45 flyover and interchanges. Altogether, there are 1,498 such structures. This density of structure reflects the complexity of building through one of India's most fertile and densely populated networked regions. Technologically, it incorporates advanced traffic management system, intelligent signages, and provisions for emergency response. A particularly interesting and notable feature is the inclusion of an airstrip for emergency landings in Shahjahanpur district, similar to what we have seen on Agra Lucknow Expressway, and this can also be used during war. Then there are locations for wayside amenities and other passenger conveniences. Another highlight is the focus on integrated development nodes, industrial clusters, logistic parks, and warehousing zones are planned along the corridor. All that ensures that expressway is not just a transit route but an economic catalyst. We all know how fast in UP's economy, the state economy is growing. Coming to the environment, the significant effort has gone into minimizing disruptions. There are provisions for wildlife crossings, extensive plantation drives, and water management systems. Lastly, the expressway connects multiple religious and cultural destinations, including the famous and most holy Prayagraj, where we had the mighty Kumbh congregation last year.
From scale to smart engineering, this project really sets a new benchmark. Sir, is this a PPP project?
Deepika ji, interestingly, the Ganga Expressway is not a classic PPP project in true sense. It has been largely implemented through the engineering, procurement, and construction format, or better to say, the DBFOT, design, build, finance, operate, and transfer model under the aegis of the Uttar Pradesh Expressway Industrial Development Authority. The total cost of the project is estimated at 36,200 crores, likely to be around 37,000 crores, all funded by state of Uttar Pradesh. Under this structure, the government bears the financial risk and pays contractors for construction rather than relying on private players to invest in a true PPP sense and then recover through tolls. The tolling will be done by the government themselves. This approach was chosen to ensure faster execution and reduce uncertainties that often affect PPP projects, such as traffic risk and land acquisition delays. And see, as I mentioned, tolling is essential for sustainability of such huge investments. It ensures revenue for maintenance and debt servicing. Given the expected traffic density across industrial and agriculture zones, toll revenues are likely to be robust. In some cases, we have seen, like Mumbai-Pune Expressway, the governments also explore asset monetization. That is similar to the toll operate transfer model, and NHAI has been using it, as I mentioned. The project was tendered in 4 group packages to most reputed infrastructure companies, ensuring competitive pricing and parallel execution. So while not a PPP structure, the project still leverages private sector efficiency as they have brought in design build format. Just without transferring demand risk, it reflects a pragmatic evolution in India's infrastructure delivery model. Yes.
Well, very rightly said, sir. Execution is as critical as a vision, and structure defines success. Moving ahead, sir, what were the key challenges during construction?
Such a mega project, and there are challenges everywhere. See, the biggest challenge, as always in such linear projects, despite we having a very mature and robust land acquisition policy, the challenge was the land acquisition. And given the expressway passes through densely populated and agriculture rich districts, it was not easy. Ensuring fair compensation and timely acquisition required strong administrative coordination. And if it was not for the very meticulous and focused government, it wouldn't have been possible. Another major hurdle was geotech complexity. See, the alignment runs close to the Ganga basin, which has alluvial soil prone to flooding and instability. This required extensive soil stabilization and advanced engineering solutions. Environment clearance also posed challenges, as the project had to balance development with ecological sensitivity, managing water bodies, ensuring drainage, and protecting biodiversity were critical tasks. And another challenge was the logistics during construction. See, such a huge, humongous amount of material which was required, whether it was earthwork, whether it was GSP or other concrete material. So the coordinating material, labor and machinery across a 590-kilometer stretch is not a small feat. Additionally, the project had to navigate disruptions in the aftermath of COVID pandemic, and that affected labor availability and supply chains as well. But that despite these challenges, strong institutional mechanisms and phased execution helped, and momentum was maintained. This highway is the testament to India's growing capability in executing mega infrastructure projects in time with standards and ensuring quality.
Well, you're absolutely right, sir. Behind every mega project lies a story of resilience and problem solving. Moving ahead, beyond industrialization, how will it help agriculture?
Yes, industrialization is understood, but you have specifically asked for agriculture. That's interesting. So, where it becomes truly transformative is because it will be linking India's largest number of agriculture producers, small farmers who often struggle with market access and logistics. This expressway will significantly reduce travel time, enable faster transportation of perishable goods like fruits, vegetables, and dairy products, and that directly reduces post harvest losses. It will also facilitate the development of cold chains, warehouses, and agro processing units along the corridor, entire corridor. Farmers can shift from selling raw produce to value added products, increasing their income. And comes better connectivity means access to larger markets. Farmers in eastern UP can efficiently reach urban centers in western UP or northern India. Additionally, input costs may reduce as fertilizers, seeds, and equipment becomes easier to transport and may take less time. There is also a potential for contract farming and agriculture logistics companies to expand operations along the corridor, and that would be integrating farmers into modern supply chains. They will benefit. So the expressway doesn't just move vehicles, it moves agricultural prosperity by bridging the gap between farms and the markets.
Very rightly said, sir. Growth is meaningful only when it reaches the grassroots. Finally, what are the key lessons from this mega project?
Very right. The lessons have to be seen, understood, and absorbed for being more efficient in future. And this Ganga Expressway offers several important lessons. Firstly, the flexibility in project structuring is crucial. Moving away from PPP to DBFOT ensured timely execution, leaving flexibility, a lot of it, with the contracting companies. Secondly, institution strength matters. Agencies like UP EIDA played a pivotal role in coordination, decision making, and monitoring. And then is the integrated planning. Designing the expressway as an economic corridor and not just as a road has and will accrue long term value. Then comes the land acquisition, which is always a issue, but with an efficient revenue team management, it has been effectively managed, and transparent policies also played a crucial role in that. And lastly, the technology and sustainability go hand in hand. Modern infrastructure must incorporate environmental safeguards, which it has tried to do to a large extent. And lastly, the project reinforces that infrastructure is not just about construction, it's about nation building. Like the ancient Uttar Path, today's corridor shapes the future of economies. The Ganga Expressway is a blueprint for how India can execute large scale projects with vision, speed, and impact.
Dr. Bana, thank you for those sharp and insightful perspectives. The Ganga Expressway clearly stands as more than just an infrastructure. It is a catalyst of economic transformation, regional integration, and future ready development. Thank you for watching. I am Deepika, and this is where we bring conversations that matter. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.